Hello guys, this is Desert Gus and I'm gonna be playing Master Detective Archives Wrinkled Plus. I don't know if it's very weird because the name of the game I think is Master Detective Archives, but the emphasis is very much on Wrinkled Plus. But anyway, this is a game that I really wanted to play and I've started already. I played a little bit of it, but I'm gonna restart. I didn't play a lot. I only played the very beginning of the game. I'm still at chapter 0, so I really haven't played much of the game yet. And something I wanted to say, I'll start and I'm gonna talk as it plays the cutscene. This game is sort of in by the same developer from Danganronpa, and I'm feeling some similarities between them. I don't usually play visual novels, but I really like the detective ones, which are for me Danganronpa and Phoenix Wright, the detective one, the Ace Attorney. And this one is about detectives, right? So I also want to play.
Oh, look! A human! It's been a while. Anyway, that was a good nap. I nearly slept through the whole thing. Let's see. Alright, there's something I have to do first. Okay, human, listen up. First, I'll have you select your difficulty. Choose wisely. Complain about it later, and I'll boom kill ya. Now then, display the options.
So I'm gonna choose mean. Mean was the hard one, I think, in Danganronpa. But I think on this game it doesn't matter what you choose. The ghost is just playing with us.
Oh, you sure about that? Don't say I didn't warn you. You want to know what difficulty that is? The one you selected is how difficult yours truly will be on you. I'll be as difficult with you as you wish, so I hope you're ready. Though, to be honest, it's all the same no matter what you pick. I'm your lenient, mean, troublesome, adorable partner, after all. So, are you ready? Do you want to start for real? Do you seriously want to start? Seriously? For real?
Let's see. If I say don't start, what will they say?
Aw, you're not gonna start? Guess this is goodbye then. I'll delete your game now. Bye! Just kidding. You can't end things here. So, what is it gonna be? Are you gonna start or not?
Okay, let's get seriously.
Guess you're really here for it. Sounds
Alright,
like
that
you're
was
just
fun.
dying to solve some mysteries. You just can't wait to go on adventures with me, right? Humans are so weird! Well, let's get this started. It's time to embark on my lovely, thrilling, wonderful, mystery-solving adventure. Let's go!
Okay, so it's a rather long cutscene and it's not even much important, I think, to the game. So we are in chapter 0, which is basically a prologue, right? We only meet some characters on these first chapter, and I'm only gonna tell you guys about the things I was thinking when I played it for the first time, because as I'm replaying this, my thoughts are already murked.
Whoa! What's going on?
I forgot the name of our character. I just remember it ended with Coco
Where
Head.
am I? Ow.
Yuma, was it Yuma?
Who? What?
Yeah, also besides the beginning of the game, I haven't played anything else.
Why? How? I can't remember anything. Does that mean... Do I have... What was it called? Amnesia? All right, calm down. Take a deep breath. Dang it! I can't remember anything! Where am I? Who am I? Why can't I remember?
Inside your pocket.
Huh?
Check your belongings.
Who's there? Am I hearing things too? I lost my memories, and now I'm hearing things. What's going on? Ow!
I think it's the ghost that is throwing the books at us.
Oh, what now? Check my belongings.
The ghost thinks he's funny.
An envelope.
That's the problem.
Notice, World Detective Organization Human Resources. Dear Yuma Coco Head, you are hereby dispatched to the Special Autonomous Zone of Kanai Ward.
Kanai Ward.
Dispatch duration, indefinite. Use the enclosed ticket to board the Amaterasu Express to Kanai Ward. Rendezvous with the Master Detectives on site. Upon arrival, proceed to the Nocturnal Detective Agency, World Detective Organization, Kanai Ward Branch.
Nocturnal Detective Agency.
There you will receive further instructions. Go forth, proud detectives. Eliminate all mysteries from this world. Yuma Coco Head? That's my name? Thinking on it, I guess that sounds right.
So we read it and we realize it's probably our name. So we can recognize some things and regain some memories.
That's right. I finally remember. My name is Yuma. I'm Yuma Coco Head.
So I wonder if this game will continue with the Danganronpa idea of making blood purple
But what's this about a world
or
detective
magenta. I
organization?
don't know.
It sounds significant. Am I a part of it? If that's the case,
I've never been good with colors. I'm colorblind.
am I a detective?
But at least I can know it's not
I
red.
guess these kinda look like a detective's clothes. It seems I was supposed to get on a train. Or at least, I think so. Master detectives? Am I one of them? Could there be someone who knows me on the train? Here's the ticket. Let's check the schedule. Hey, it's almost time. Well, I should get on that train. I'll find out more about myself if I meet someone who knows me.
Okay, so when I was playing this game for the first time, I looked around at these things, right?
Why are there so many umbrellas? The label reads, Lost Items Temporary Storage.
And I just realized that some things like this, the character was voicing, and I thought if the character was going to voice everything he was gonna read, but he doesn't. Like for instance this one, there's something in the back, but I can't get through with other things in a way. So this one is not voiced, so only some things are voiced. And it's interesting that now that the game is in 3D, and I hadn't played any 3D games like this before, because I don't really play many visual novels, and all the ones I've played were kind of old. It's That's interesting. He's looking at things, but I'm not gonna look at all of them anymore.
I get it. The place where I was sleeping was in
There's
fact...
nothing really important there. We were at Stations Lost and Found because when we read the umbrella description, it says that it is the lost items storage or something.
That's right. I've been sleeping in a station's lost and found section. But why was I sleeping here?
And I had no idea.
Did I
At this
faint?
point of the game, when I was playing for the first time, I had no idea why I was here. And I still don't why on this place specifically.
Attention passengers departing this station direct to Kanai Ward on the Amaterasu Express. Please board immediately. The train will depart soon.
I have to get on that train. I better hurry.
And besides not having any idea, I just kept playing, right? Because you gotta continue in order to find new information. So I just went forth and got into the train.
I'm sorry.
And this is a very interesting train, as you're gonna see, because it only has 5 wagons. I've never seen a small train like this in real life. I don't know why would they have it in the game.
Oh, made it in time.
Thank you for choosing the Amaterasu Express Direct to Kanai Ward. Our train utilizes Amaterasu Corporation's state-of-the-art technology for an automated, safe, and comfortable service. There is no crew aboard the train. Thank you for your understanding and support.
Automatic? So nobody's driving this thing.
This train has 5 cars. It will operate non-stop to its destination. Food and beverages are available in Car 2. Restrooms are available in Car 1 and Car 5. In case of an emergency, visit the backup control room in Car 3 and contact Control Headquarters via the intercom. We hope you enjoy your trip aboard the Amaterasu Express on your journey to Kanai Ward.
So there are 5 cars. This must be car 1 at the front. I'd better find the other detectives and meet up with them.
So the reason I didn't really have I'm replaying this. I was playing first just to see how the game was. And I was liking it a little much and I just kept playing for a little while. So probably this whole first episode is not gonna be, I'm not gonna be seeing anything new. But the others, besides this one, probably are gonna be all new stuff for me as well. Guide
It's a
map.
map of the train. The first and last cars can control the train. The rest are passenger cars.
Yes, so we can see here we have 2 control cars, right, which are the first and 5th one, which is normal for trains. And each of those have 2 control rooms, as well as a restroom and an infirmary. And one interesting thing that I realized is that the train only has 5 rooms. You can see there on car 3, room 301 and 302, and car 4, 401, 402, and 403. There's also a backup control room on car 3, and car 2 is just a dining car. So that's alright. We can see on the map, mini-map, on the bottom right, we can see the interest points we can investigate. So let's investigate this one.
It says main control room A. The door's locked. It won't open. There's a driver's seat inside, but no one's there. The machine appears to be functioning. That must be the automatic operation device.
Also, this door, we can investigate it, but it's not important to investigate, it seems. So these ones should have, yes, they have an exclamation mark because they are important to the story, and this one isn't. But we can investigate anyway, and it's not marked on a minimap.
It won't open. I guess that's obvious. And this is the front car. The nose of the train is just beyond it. If it opened, I could fall off.
Could we? Because I mean, I'm not sure. Does the train kind of is heading forward and there is a door here, just out there basically, it's what I mean. Because if you have a train, usually you want the front of the train to have, like, to be rounded, especially if the train is fast. Yes, in here we can kind of see, on that direction there's no windshield. I don't know if that's the correct name on a train, but there's none of it. So if someone was there, he wouldn't be able to see forward unless there is like a camera. So it's kind of interesting, because you can see, looking outside, the train is moving, it's heading that direction anyway. So let's investigate the restroom now.
There's a sink and toilet inside. This must be the restroom. There's
Okay.
no one inside it right now.
Let's go in then. We can investigate the mirrors. And this game has some interesting graphics. There's a lot of reflective surfaces, but the reflections are all very weird. Look at the reflection in the mirror. How is it? It looks bugged even. I can see my reflection in the perfectly polished mirror. I'm still not used to it. Is that really my face? We forgot our own face. Also, some things like these neon lights. The reflection, that doesn't seem right. That's weird. It's like they did some screen space reflection thing where it didn't really make a lot of sense to do screen space reflection, because it's usually okay. I didn't even investigate everything here. Let's investigate.
Excuse me?
Hello? Anyone here? I guess there's no one here. Let's look at the window. The restroom window looks fixed in place, so it can't be opened. I don't see any of the detectives through the window. Time to move on. Yes, it wouldn't make sense to find someone through the window though. You see what I mean? Like, the reflection here of that map doesn't make sense. It looks weird. I don't know. Does it make sense? Is that correct? I don't know. Maybe it makes sense, but it's weird. It looks weird. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just really dumb, but it looks funny to me. So this is the infirmary.
I see a clean-looking bed. This is probably the infirmary. It's locked, but there's no one inside.
The good thing about looking dumb on the internet is that someone is bound to correct me anyway.
It says main control room B. The door is locked and won't open. I see a driver's seat in there, but no one's inside. There's a machine, but it's not on. Driver's seats on both sides of the train. I think that means they can go in either direction. Oh, I kinda sounded like a real detective there.
And this map is similar to the what? No, he won't. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you get close to this door, it opens.
Someone's
It seems.
there. I heard a voice behind the door.
We found the other detectives. Or so we believe. So by this time I still didn't know whatever happened to us and why we were like we had passed out in a room, lost and found room.
Excuse me, are you with the World Detective Organization? You are, right? You're master detectives, aren't you?
No one says anything.
But who are you?
I'm with you. I think I'm also a master detective of the World Detective Organization.
He thinks.
A boy like you? Master Detective of the WDO?
It seems like it.
Seems like it.
Like hell, dumbass!
Huh?
A runt like you, a master detective? You're just shooting your mouth off. You look like a shriveled anteater.
Anteater?
What's the meaning of this?
You got a lot of nerve posing as a master detective. You wanna die right here, right now?
Wait, please hear me out. Oh, right. I have proof that I'm a master detective.
A letter? From the World Detective Organization? It's real. There's no mistake about it.
What? Are you serious?
Looks like there's a reason behind this. Go ahead and tell us. I'll allow it.
This guy loves allowing things.
Right, thank you.
I like that he never disallows anything.
But there's really not much to explain.
He explained a lot of stuff.
And that's what happened.
Amnesia.
Looks that way. I was hoping one of you would know who I am.
Apparently not.
No way. We're on the same team, but no one knows me? Then who am I?
That's what I want to know. Besides, even if the letter is real, you may not be the right recipient.
I don't believe that. I thought it could be the case the first time, but then I remember our character, when he reads the letter, he realizes his name is Yuma Cocohead. So he read the name of the recipient, which was Yuma Cocohead, and remembered that he remembered his name and that it was Yuma Cocohead. So if you're gonna believe our character, right, and there's no reason not to believe it, then he's probably Yuma Cocohead.
Why do you suspect me?
There is a reason why. But first, do you know what the World Detective Organization is all about?
A little bit? I think I remember a little. Or not.
Guess not. So you called yourself a member without even knowing.
It's interesting, you can see the girl in the back thinking, like she's thinking real hard.
Yes. Sorry.
Well, I suppose it's a master detective's duty to shepherd the lost. Very well, I'll tell you. Maybe you'll regain your memories after hearing what I have to say.
Thank you.
Okay, so we can talk to everyone and then him, but I don't think anyone will say anything to us now. Right, if we talk to them, they'll just go
Oh.
like this. So we're gonna talk to this guy.
Listen up. The World Detective Organization is an extra-legal, extra-privileged organization devoted to eradicating the world's unsolved mysteries.
I like how this game is all over the top. Extra legal, extra privilege.
Their branches exist throughout the world, and their investigations are handled by master detectives.
And master detectives, of course.
As of now, there are roughly 1,000 master detectives in the WDO. All have powers specializing in investigative work.
Yes, the power of this guy is his special hat. He has the best hat of all hats.
Powers?
They are supernatural powers used in investigation, known as forensic fortes.
So, by this point, I was thinking our forte was talking to ghosts, because we had a ghost talking to us at the beginning, and somehow we basically ignored it, maybe because we thought we were crazy or something, but we don't really bring it up now that we were talking to a ghost in the beginning. We didn't know it was a ghost. I don't mean the cutscene at the beginning, I mean when the ghost said check your pockets and stuff.
People who develop talents such as clairvoyance or mind reading, they train at the organization to harness these special powers, which aid in their investigations. Those who manage to gain a forte are recognized as master detectives and given a detective deed.
A detective deed.
Which means,
Man.
if you're a master detective, it should say so on your license.
By the way, the biggest reason I'm recording these videos in English is to learn how to speak English, because I'm very bad at it.
Detective deed?
Detective deed.
It's an identification card. Check your pockets.
Everybody's telling us to check our pockets.
I don't have one.
If you don't have a detective deed, you ain't one of us. Even if you got one, I'd suspect it's fake anyway.
Oh, hold on! I'm not trying to trick anyone!
Pardon me. He seems to be the only one accused of being an imposter. But how about the rest of you?
Thank you.
If you require he has some sort of proof, then the same would apply to everyone here.
Okay.
How'd you just say?
She's right.
But if detective deeds could be very easily forged, then what would be the point of having them anyway?
Everyone here has just met for the first time. Naturally, we would doubt one another.
Huh? First time? So, you guys don't know each other?
Master detectives rarely meet together. We each travel the world on our own, solving cases. I've never seen so many gathered together for a case like this.
Especially because this guy, when he saw our letter, he was very confident it was genuine or something. So the letter was genuine and he could tell, but detective deeds, they can't. Could be very easily forged or something.
We thought all of the summoned members had shown up and were about to start introductions. Then you walked in.
I see.
Well, let's start the introductions. We'll include the tardy one as well.
There's also the possibility, if there were an imposter, the letter only said there were gonna be only 5 detectives on board. The things they received, at least, not we. So if there were an imposter on board, it could be anyone else.
What?
I don't think they told that already, but they will tell about only 5 being. They only knew about 5. They're gonna tell very soon.
It's vital for us to ascertain each of our identities moving forward. All the more reason due to this perplexing
Yes, it's
circumstance.
the perplexing circumstance.
Perplexing circumstance? What does he mean by that?
Now,
Sorry, I
Let's
spoiled
begin.
it. Okay, so now we can talk to everyone. Let's talk to this guy first. I forgot his name.
I am Zange Eraser.
Zange
I
Eraser.
come from a detective agency on the front lines, far from here.
Now think about it. A detective agency on the front lines. So he's basically a spy. It's a spy. So that is the detective deed he's showing us.
Perhaps you expect an introduction, but I have nothing to say. Let the past melt like ice in an evening stream. That's how I live my life.
Alright.
My forte is thoughtography. I can transcribe images from my memory onto electronics.
That seems very useful, really.
That's all for me. There's no need for any further explanations.
Because it would allow you to share stuff you saw with other people. You could make your eyes into cameras, basically. I mean, maybe it's not that useful, but it's really cool, because if people don't know you have that ability, they could be caught off guard, and it could be bad for them.
There's
It's a very useful skill, it
something
seems.
extraordinary about him.
You can basically collect evidence all the time. Now this guy, he's the angry guy, and our character is pretty scared of him because we are scared of everything.
I'm Aphex Logan,
Aphex Logan.
the detective branch in the eastern slums.
Now I'm thinking about what he's saying, like a detective branch in the slums. So that there's a place called the Eastern Slums. That's alright. But it has a detective branch of its own, which is interesting. I mean, I know of places that are sort of like that. They have, because if you have a problem like that, you have a situation and people are living in irregular places, in unofficial locations, and I mean, they're just building houses everywhere. You gotta accept it happens and build infrastructure, some sort of infrastructure there anyway, usually like schools and like hospitals and police stations sometimes, because you gotta deal with it, right? And you can't just, make everyone go away, right? So the government sometimes has to accept that. But a detective branch is interesting, right? Because you could build a police station, but why a very special detective branch with only 1,000 detectives all over the world? Why would you need to have that sort of special place there, of all places? Unless it's a real big, it's a real big place and really important in the grand scheme of things.
They call me a master detective now, but I'm originally a broke, illegal immigrant. When I was a kid, I was in an upstanding home, living an upstanding life. My parents were lawyers who never tolerated injustice. They should have left well enough alone with that local mafioso. Because they went after him, they were murdered. Their necks were cut open, right in front of me.
And I didn't talk about his hat. I don't think I can talk anything about his hat, it's just weird.
That's awful.
I ran away to protect myself and jumped on a ship at the port. I didn't know where the ship was going. That was the moment I threw away my past and my home. I drifted to the slums and did everything I could to survive.
Because he wanted to become a tough guy.
I managed to survive until now, thanks to luck. With my natural talents, I was able to become a detective. But I also wanted revenge. I can't stand evil. But even if you ain't evil, I'll show no mercy to those who stand in my way.
I don't think he can stand himself.
If I can't figure out the difference between the good guys and the baddies, then I just beat up both of them. Kill or be killed is my motto.
This guy's kind of stupid, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But from what he says about his character, it seems he relies on just hitting people in order to get information and not thinking a lot about stuff. Because if he can't tell, it's like he said, if he can't tell the difference between the good guys and the baddies, he'll just beat up both of them, because that's the only thing he is confident at doing.
He looks scary, but that's not all.
He looks stupid.
I think there's a deep sadness within him.
He looks like the kind of guy that if he actually found anyone who knew how to defend himself, if he were going to fight someone and the other person he was fighting knew how to fight as well, he you'd probably lose. That's what I mean.
I can't share details about my forte. Just know it's kinda like radar.
That's all you're going to tell us?
You got a problem with that, you tiny runt?
Not at
It
all.
makes sense because we're like tiny. We look like a 12-year-old.
You sure are a frail-looking kid, aren't you? And pale to boot. Like disaster's got its claws on ya. You sure nothing weird is haunting you?
Well, yeah, there is something haunting us.
No way!
A detective's gotta be tough. How about a little training? First, you'll need to get used to stab wounds. We'll start with an ice pick, and scissors, and a fruit knife.
No thanks.
Don't be shy, runt.
No, really, I'm fine.
Too bad.
Okay. Well, this guy's just crazy. There's this girl in her phone.
Hey, young man.
What was her name? Melanie? Melanie?
That's right. Come here. Stand before me.
Ooh, why? Whoa. Huh? What's going on?
I'm measuring you.
Measuring.
Stay still for just a second. I'll be quick. Thank you. That was quite educational.
That
outfit
outfit.
fits you well. My name is Melanie Goldmine. My
She's
home is
showing
rather
the-
far north from here.
Detective deed as well.
Up there is a branch with detectives adept at spiritism. I was also active there as a medium.
Melanie Goldmine. What was it? Was Zenge Eraser, Aphex Logan, and now Melanie Goldmine.
Medium?
I can summon the souls of the dead by using my body as a vessel.
Summon a soul? Can you summon anyone who has died? Like, for example, the victim of a crime?
Yes, of course. But there is one condition. I require the clothes that person wore while they were still alive. Only by wearing their clothes can I summon their soul. Hence why my powers don't work on people smaller than me, or if the person is far bigger. Overall, the size must match. Also, I can't abide outfits with no fashion sense. Filthy, reeking clothes are always out of the question.
That sounds more like a preference than a condition.
Clothes make a man. They reveal all about one's livelihood. Like skin worn over skin. That's what clothes are all about. Consider that when compared to bare skin, clothing has a greater surface area seen by other people. Therefore, clothes are an expression of a person's identity and originality. You ever think about how you've never heard of ghosts being naked?
Well, the first ghost we saw on the game was naked. And I was thinking about this when I was playing.
Ghosts wear
For the
clothing
first time.
because those clothes are a part of their identity.
Now that you mention it,
That's why, despite your amnesia, I can tell the kind of person you are just by looking at the clothes you wear.
But I mean, we are using the uniform of the detectives. So how could you even do that? I mean, it seems like there's some room for personality on the uniform. Like, some people are using slightly different ones, but I mean, still. Maybe we're just wearing the default uniform.
Your uniform is undoubtedly an official one supplied by the WBO.
Yes, I mean, a uniform. And that's interesting because uniforms should all be equal. That's the point of uniforms, right? So it would be weird if you could tell something about our personality by looking at someone's uniform.
And I found it fits you perfectly after measuring your size. I don't think it could possibly belong to someone else.
So it's interesting because it's like they are investigating us right now and are trying to identify if we are an imposter or something else.
we're Which means I really am a master detective? Am I one or not? I can't figure it out without my memory coming back to me.
That's all I have to say. I'm the medium detective Melanie. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Okay, we're gonna talk about this one. I think her name was Pucci something.
An introduction.
An introduction.
Introduce myself. A subjective observation of one's own self-image, explained objectively.
Are you okay?
Did I do something that caused you concern?
Not concerned.
No, it's just you seem to be having difficulty introducing yourself.
I rarely have a need to do so I was considering what approach to take. After all, is there such a thing as a self in the first place? All I am is a bundle of nervous tissue reacting to external stimuli. If I had to, I guess I'd call myself Pucci Lavman.
Pucci Lavman. Well, I'm also a bundle of nervous tissue. But I'm not Pucci Lavman.
So your name is Pucci then?
Names are meaningless. A method of arbitrary labeling for self-recognition. Symbols for categorization.
Can you believe someone like this, who says stuff like this, could be a detective? Right? It makes no sense. But then,
To that end, it serves the same purpose as a detective deed. Or so I, Pucci, believe.
what? Symbols for categorization, nothing more. To that end, it serves the same purpose as a detective deed. So names are similar to detective deeds? No.
She seems a...
Most of the World Detective Organization's work is investigating unsolved mysteries.
Unsolved mysteries.
I was trusted with many bureaucratic investigations. My clients are mainly enterprises and politicians.
Also, so here, when I was trying to understand this character, because this character doesn't seem like it's gonna be super interesting in the end, but it seems like there's gonna be, like, we're trying to figure out her past, because maybe she had a troubled past because of the way she talks, right? But then you realize that her investigation work is dealing with bureaucratic investigations and enterprises and politicians. So I think she said she didn't have to introduce herself very often, and it will be probably because everyone she talks to knows her already, right? So I think she is not used to doing stuff by herself and having to deal with it herself.
Depending on the client, I use my forte to see if the transaction party is trustworthy.
Either that, or she's very famous. And her work doesn't seem much like detective work.
My forte is known as audio aptitude. When I concentrate, I can hear anything from distant whispers, footsteps, and even heartbeats.
She seems like a spy as well. Like, instead of trying to figure out what happened, she just figures out what's happening right now.
No one is safe to speak of their secrets when I, Pucci, am around.
Oh, then did you hear anything suspicious at the station? Maybe we can figure out what happened to me.
Unfortunately, unless I focus my efforts on listening, I'm unable to hear things far away.
Oh, I see.
Constantly listening in on all sounds leads to a sensation of my physical boundaries within reality dissolving away. My already tenuous sense of self starts to vanish, which is why I tend to close my ears unless I'm using my powers.
Being blessed with powers sure comes at a price. Did she always act in such a strange way? Or did it develop after she obtained her forte?
It probably developed because of what she says here. using her power leads to a sensation of her physical boundaries dissolving away, and her sense of self starts to vanish. So probably that's why she doesn't really feel like she has an identity, and names don't make sense for her, because she's always using her powers and feeling like that.
Regardless, she definitely has a distinct air about her.
That is all I have to say about myself.
Alright, that was enough. That was almost too much.
Oh. This part of her seems a bit more normal.
Yet it's not normal at all as well. It's kind of crazy. Okay, exaggerated as well. Now this is the only remaining guy, and his eyes are very interesting.
I'll go first. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zilch Alexander.
Zilch Alexander. Look at his eyes. But anyway, let's just leave it.
I'm from the Southern Forest Preserve District's detective agency. They call me
Nature's
mediator.
Mediator.
I love
Mediator.
people, nature, and the harmony between them. However, there are times when some would attempt to ruin that harmony. My specialty is in handling those people. Have you heard of the chain of mysterious murders surrounding the dam construction at Souls Lake?
I haven't.
Rumor has it that one by one, everyone involved with the dam's construction died, all cursed by a sunken ritual site. It was a once-in-a-century difficult case. The one who solved it was none other than myself. There wasn't much to it. The culprits were locals who wanted the rights to the dam for themselves. The strange part is that all 52 villagers were in on it. They all kept their lips sewn shut to protect the secret. I'll let you figure out what that means. When harmony between man and nature is disrupted, disaster strikes. That is one thing I have learned as a detective.
Nature's mediator.
Nature's
He
mediator.
does look like a good detective. Though he suspected me, he still gave me a fair chance to explain myself. He looks a bit intense, but maybe he's a good person.
Also, by the way, this thing, I'll let you figure out what that means. It is, they make it seem like there's something important here, but I have no idea what he means.
I'll describe my forte as well. I'm uncomfortable exposing classified information regarding investigators, but this is an emergency. My forte is animal investigation.
Alright.
I can control animals as I wish and recruit them for my inquiries. Quite fitting for the philanthropist that I am. Though useful in many ways, I mainly use it to gather intel. It allows me to survey a target while remaining undetected.
Why they all seem like spies?
As a basic rule, I can only control four-legged mammals. Less intelligent animals are easier to control. I often use mice. They're the perfect animals for undercover investigation.
I mean, it is also kind of detective work anyway, right? There's an overlap. Because I know detectives investigate people while they're doing stuff as well. But it's always weird, like their powers are sometimes suitable for doing stuff in the present instead of investigating about something that happens.
Unfortunately, I can't show it off right now, because there aren't any mice on this train.
So you can tell.
Not only is he a good detective, but he also has those powers. He really is impressive.
That is all from me. With love, I yield to the next person.
You was the last one. You were. So I need to talk to him again. Let's go.
Lastly, it's your turn, Yuma. Aside from having amnesia, is there anything else we should know about?
I still can't remember anything.
If you really are a master detective, then you should have some sort of forte.
I have no idea.
So, by this point, I was thinking our forte was related to seeing or hearing the ghost.
Oh, young man, are you sure you don't remember? How about the kind of clothes you usually wear? Or brands you like?
You only inquired about clothing.
Maybe you'll remember after a few punches to the head. Hold on!
And this guy can only punch stuff.
Aphex, stop that. If you knock him out,
He has
won't be
a
able to
chicken
speak.
pose.
The perplexing circumstance we faced may have something to do with his memories.
That's right, I was wondering about that. What do you mean by perplexing circumstance?
Oh yeah, now they talk about it.
Did something
I spoiled.
Well, something unexpected has occurred on our trip.
Yes.
The number of people is off.
The number of people?
I, Hoochie, heard from the World Detective Organization that the number of master detectives on the train was precisely 5.
And
5?
here we are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
There's 6 of us.
I'll try again remembering the names of the guys. So from left to right we have Melanie Goldmine, then Aphex Logan, then there is us, Yuma Cocohead, then there is Zilch Alexander, then Zange Eraser, then Pucci Lovemig. Let me. I need to. I can't do it. What did I do? Resume. Okay, this. I can look at profiles. I have. Okay, so I have the profiles. Pucci Love Me. Okay. I'm gonna look at these later.
I also heard from the WDO that 5 master detectives will gather on board. Hence why when you called yourself a master detective, I was honestly surprised.
Just because I was the last one to arrive.
I knew this job wouldn't be easy, but there's already a mystery before us. This is getting exciting.
It's obvious what's going on. There's an imposter among us.
Yes.
It's not me. I think.
Yes, because I mean, if Zilch was right and the letter that we received was genuine, then Yuma Cocohead was expected to be at this train, so he can't be an imposter. But the only evidence we have, I am Yuma Cocohead, is because I suddenly remembered that was my name. But I think we can believe on that, so the imposter probably isn't us.
How about we contact the WDO and find out? It could be a mistake. It's no use. I can't reach them. There's no signal here.
Of course there's not. It makes it more interesting.
Who could the uninvited 6th guest be?
It's obvious. I'm the most suspicious. Especially
Yes,
with my
we
amnesia
are
in this
very
situation.
suspicious. Currently, the amnesia thing makes us the most suspicious, basically regardless of anything else.
Could I be the imposter? And I just can't remember? I am the 6th one here.
I wouldn't put that as impossible on these sort of games. I think that's the kind of thing the game could go for, and we are not actually Yuma Cocohead.
All right, I got it.
But I don't know.
Hey, since you're all clueless, I'm gonna tell you my extra sharp deduction.
Let's see.
You may speak. I'll allow it.
I allow it as well. You have my permission.
Why would I need your permission?
You need my permission, and that's obvious. Like, I mean, I'm your boss now.
Whatever. Way I see it, the runt here ain't the imposter.
Huh?
It'd be boring if the most suspicious one is the culprit.
That's very sound reasoning. That's metagaming.
The run must have been attacked by the real culprit. The memory loss is a side effect of the attack.
Yes, by this time I thought that could be the case, because it was one of the possibilities for us being passed out, because I don't know yet what caused us to be passed out.
And the imposter's motive? Why would they attack Yuma?
To pretend to be a master detective and replace the runt on the train. The plan was going smoothly, but the runt suddenly woke up. He got on the train right before it departed, and the results stand before us. Obviously, the imposter miscalculated. The runt's gotta be tougher than he looks.
Oh, that's a surprisingly proper deduction. And I thought you'd be the most useless one here.
Yes, I also thought that.
Why, thank you.
In other words, I was knocked out of the station because someone attacked me? But I don't think I've been injured.
Yes, that is really important, because we got knocked out. And also, yeah, for us to be knocked out for so long, and if it was due to an injury, we would probably be dead by now, right? Because an injury that knocks someone out for several minutes probably caused a concussion, and we'd be in a very poor state. We'd be basically needing medical attention immediately. So if we're knocked out, if someone knocked us out, then it wasn't by an injury. It had to be with some sort of poison or something, gas or whatever. It needed to be something like that. That's the only way to knock someone out for a significant period of time without killing them, basically, risking killing them.
Excuse me. My deduction is slightly different.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. I'll allow it.
You also have my permission.
Stop acting like we need to get your permission.
I suspect that the entire situation is a test designed by the World Detective Organization.
And if it is true, then it makes sense we have no phone signal, because they are testing us and we can't get help.
A test?
A WDO exam officer has disguised themselves as a member and is ascertaining our skills here.
If that were the case, Yuma here could possibly be the exam officer.
Well, Zangier Eraser, he's the one. He has he looked like someone who could be an exam officer.
Me? An exam officer?
Oh, yes. Oh yes, Yuma could. Probably not. We are a 12-year-old, basically.
Bring it on! I don't care if it's the WDO or a hitman. If you want to test me, I'll show you what I got.
He probably means I'm gonna fight you. I wanna check if I know the age of our character. You don't know. Do we know the age of everyone else? I'm gonna look. You don't know the age of anyone.
What are you trying to do?
For now, I'll check to see if there are other uninvited guests. I wouldn't want any accomplices lurking about.
And how are you going to do that?
Like,
Sorry, I skipped his dialogue.
let's go!
What was that? A weird feeling overcame my whole body.
No signs of the enemy. Turns out there really are just 6 of us on this train right now.
What did you do?
I used my forte, life detection. I can detect life in a 50-meter radius and pinpoint its location. The mechanism is a trade secret, but I can say without a doubt that we're the only ones on this train.
Talk all you want, but who can verify that you're not lying?
We're never gonna get anywhere if you start doubting everything. Use your own damn powers to figure it out then.
I see. So fortes come in handy at a time like this. In that case, there's someone else with a power that can confirm if other passengers are on board.
Pucci love means she can hear everything, even heartbeats.
Pucci, would it be possible for you to verify what Aphex said is true?
Yes. I, Pucci, was contemplating it at the moment. Even if someone is hiding, my audio aptitude is able to detect their breathing and heartbeats. Shall I try?
Yes, please.
Hey, what's with the gloomy little girl? Don't tell me she's motion sick.
She's using her audio aptitude to check if there are other passengers.
Oh, really? Well, that's great. Go for it. It'll prove I'm right.
Shut.
Huh?
Shut up, you brain-dead idiots! Pardon me. Would you mind quieting down for a bit? I need to concentrate. Huh?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Pucci hears.
Oh. And yes, that seems to be one thing that we can do that no one else do.
What's going on?
So after this point, I was confused. Because at first I thought our forte was related to the ghost. That we could hear the ghost and something. But now it seems to have another skill, which is to hear and to feel the fortes of other people. And that may be our forte as well. So now I'm very confused.
I finished. I cannot hear the heartbeats of anyone besides the 6 of us here. Though one could hold their breath, they still cannot stop their heart from beating.
And if our forte is to feel other people's fortes, then it's a bit hard to use. Because we can't use on our own.
In other words, there's no one else on this train. I, Pucci, guarantee it.
See? I told you so. Sorry for calling you gloomier, little girl. You know, I'm glad you've confirmed my findings, but aren't our powers kind of the
Hers
same?
is just better because she can hear stuff, you can't. You can only figure out the location of stuff.
I can hear heartbeats from 500 meters away.
So you're the useless one.
Oh no, he's feeling inadequate. Sorry, skipped again.
Moving on, we've now got proof from 2 master detectives. We can say for sure that there are no other passengers.
Though
Good.
one may be a lying imposter, the other's statement can still be trusted.
One of them, an imposter. But Aphex and Pucci both use their fortes. I could feel them using their powers, so I think it's safe to say both are master detectives. But I'm the only one who can sense their powers. No one else seems to have the same experience. Why am I the only one?
Because it's your special power somehow. That is what makes sense.
What's wrong with you, old man? You gone senile or something?
Can you all hear that? The sounds of a running train. The wheels of fate chugging along. In the same way, our fate continues to turn. This train will press on until we reach our destination. No one can get off midway, including the uninvited 6th. Let's discover which of us is the caged bird in here. My fading detective spirit is revitalized once again thanks to this burning mystery. Not bad. Things are getting interesting.
You're joking. What could the imposter even accomplish? We're all master detectives here.
And yet we don't know who the fake one is.
I've used my powers, so obviously I'm the real deal. The gloomy girl detective also passes. She ain't no fake. So, how about the guy blowing smoke, huh? Why don't you go ahead and prove yourself with your forte?
Because
How
he
about
can't.
it, you four-eyed fox detective?
As I have already explained, my power involves animals. Without them, I can't use it.
So, you're fine being considered a suspect then?
You are free to think what you wish.
Unfortunately, I can't prove myself either. Without a dead body, I can't use my powers as a medium.
Now we've got two suspects. How about you, old man?
I don't mind showing off, but it won't clear any suspicions. The sixth uninvited guest could possibly be a traitorous master detective with their own
Yes.
forte.
Makes a lot of sense because, I mean, there is nothing leading us to believe that the imposter isn't a master detective, because the concern that they have, the perplexing circumstance, is that they expected 5 people in there are 6. The sixth one could be a detective as well.
That's true.
There's no end to this! To hell with it! Everybody line up! I'll deck you one by one!
I mean, every idea this guy has is hitting people.
Whoever passes
Every
out is
single
got
one.
it? The real deal! If you don't pass out in one hit, then you gotta be the imposter!
Calm down. Let's do things logically, like the detectives we are.
Pardon me. I suggest we investigate this, starting with the motive for the imposter's infiltration.
The motive.
Yes. So why are we going to Kanai Ward? I don't know the reason. We are going to investigate something there, probably.
One possibility is that it's a test from the World Detective Organization. Are there any others?
There are.
You may speak. I'll allow it.
We as well again.
100th time. Why would they need your permission?
The Amaterasu Corporation. They could be responsible for this.
And your reasoning?
Someone has been tailing me for the past few days. It started after I was first assigned to Kanai Ward. Wherever I went, I could sense the presence of someone in the shadows, but I could never catch them in the act. It was getting annoying, so I tried to bait them out. I walked around town in my underwear, and at last, they revealed themselves.
You can see that's a great plan. It makes perfect sense.
Hold up. Did you just say that you...
Something the matter?
Never mind.
I avoid solving problems with violence, so I was unable to apprehend them. However, I saw them escaping in one of Amaterasu Corporation's cars with my own eyes.
Why would Amaterasu Corp spy on you?
Because they don't want Kanai Ward to be investigated. Perhaps this is the same situation. Which is why I think our uninvited sixth guest is a spy from Amaterasu. The spy has only one goal: to disrupt our trip to Kanai Ward. Hence why they are pretending to be a master detective among us.
So you believe Amaterasu is involved. Not impossible, though your reasoning is somewhat lacking.
I do not see how escaping in one of Amaterasu Corporation's cars is proof someone is a company spy.
Well, that's fair.
Excuse me. You keep talking about it, but what's Amaterasu Corporation?
You kidding me? You gotta explain that too?
It's fine. We can teach Yuma as we share information with one another.
Okay, my mouse cursor is on screen as well. About the Amaterasu Corporation.
What is the Amaterasu Corporation?
In short, Amaterasu is a freaking huge company. You see their products practically everywhere in daily life. They make everything from kids' toys to fighter jets. Industrial goods, electronics, pharmaceuticals, everything. Big companies always got dark underbellies. With Amaterasu, their smoke, there's a whole building burning down. That's a detective joke. Funny, huh?
Very funny.
Sure, I got it, thanks.
About Kanai Ward.
We're heading to Kanai Ward. What does that have to do with Amaterasu Corporation?
It's fairly complicated, but Kanai Ward is essentially an Amaterasu autonomous zone.
It's a company town.
Previously, Kanai Ward was just another regional city. But as it was being developed by Amaterasu Corp, the city itself transformed. Factories, research labs, and affiliate companies were built. In no time, the whole place belonged to Amaterasu. As a matter of fact, Kanai Ward is essentially ruled by the Amaterasu Corporation.
Company town.
Political power has no influence there. Since it's so isolated, no one has been traveling to
Oh, that is
from Kanai.
really suspicious. There's definitely something wrong going there.
Isolated?
Exactly. Because of that, no information has been getting out, aside from rumors of unsolved cases. This has been going on for years, but the unified government has been turning a blind eye to the
Money.
whole thing. The Amaterasu Corporation's influence affects not just the UG, but the entire world. Given the situation, the World Detective Organization couldn't wait any longer and decided to act. As a result, master detectives are gathering in Kanai Ward.
So we are going as well.
And that's pure speculation, mind you. We won't know the full details until we arrive.
So that would explain our travel. We are going to Kanai Ward in order to investigate
Thank you very much.
Amaterasu Corporation in its town. About Amaterasu Express, which is our
Speaking
train.
of, this train is called the Amaterasu Express, isn't it?
Yes. The Amaterasu Express is an entirely driverless train developed by the Amaterasu Corporation. The WDO made arrangements to prepare it for arrival at Kanai Ward. Normally, it has no passenger cars for the trip to Kanai Ward, but they added ours as a special exception. It features enough passenger space for all of us and a lavish dining car. Quite the warm welcome. A perfect setup to persuade us nothing is amiss in Kanai Ward. By the way, the windows and doors are completely locked until we arrive. They say it's for our safety. But I feel as though we're stuck in a big, moving coffin.
All the sash windows are sealed, so they can't be opened. I, Pucci, confirmed it myself prior to the train's departure. Perhaps these measures were taken to prevent infiltrators or stowaways. Once it's en route, the Amaterasu Express becomes a box that's impossible to enter or exit.
If you feel up to it, why don't you take a look around? But you can access the fifth car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open.
Broken?
Well, go ahead and see for yourself.
Right.
Has anything you heard sound familiar?
It feels like my first time hearing about any of it. Sorry.
I see. It's all right. Just tell us if you do remember anything.
Thank you.
He seems nice and all, but maybe he's the imposter.
Huh? Did someone just speak?
No. Hey, what's wrong? You've gone pale.
How about you have something warm to drink and get some rest? Although we only seem to have coffee here.
Though I saw a lot of whiskey. See? Lots of whiskey.
Do you drink it black? Or do you need some milk?
Front probably wants milk. Hey, how old are you anyway? I can't tell
Oh yeah,
from the way you
good
dress.
questions.
Never mind him. Here.
Or maybe we
have a
don't
drink to
remember
warm
that as well.
yourself up.
Thank you.
We remember nothing.
What was that voice earlier? Am I hearing things?
The ghost.
I have amnesia, and now I'm hearing things. What's happening to me? I wonder if it has something to do with the sixth person. Besides, who is this sixth uninvited guest anyway? I should think about it a bit. Who is the most suspicious person here?
We. The first time I was asked this question, I answered we. And we are still very suspicious because we don't know what caused our amnesia.
Looking at things objectively, the situation I'm in is pretty strange. Not to mention the mystery of my missing memories. Was it an accident, or did someone attack me? Regardless, I can't remember. So in the end, I'm the most suspicious one here. No matter how much I think about it, we have no proof of anything so far. If I really am a master detective, I could have some useful powers. I wonder if I can somehow remember what those powers were.
Remembering now won't do any good.
There it is again. I keep hearing that voice. Jeez, what's happening to me?
Hey, Runt!
Uh-huh.
Get over here. The old man is gonna show off his powers.
Zange?
Although I am reluctant to do so, I shall demonstrate my forte.
I should have talked to everyone else.
You forced my hand. Otherwise, suspicions will continue to mount against me.
What's that? Your cell phone?
Quiet.
Look at his smile on a picture on the left. Such a creepy smile.
There it is again. I can feel Zange using his forte.
As I've said before, my power is thoughtography. I can project my memories onto electronic mediums to generate and record footage. The recorded clip shows what occurred approximately 5 minutes ago. I suppose it's faster to simply show you.
That's definitely the scene that took
So
place about
we-
5 minutes ago.
It's interesting. It showed us drinking the coffee.
I can only record about 2 to 3 seconds. Back in my prime, I was able to do 10. Also, as memories fade, the recorded footage will also fade. The rule of thumb is that it lasts around 48 hours. But by copying it to another device before it fades, footage can be used as evidence during investigations and in court.
Pardon me, but are you sure this is thoughtography? It appears as though you captured footage from a hidden camera.
All you do is doubt everybody. Be constructive for once.
You think being suspicious isn't constructive? Don't you believe that the truth lies beyond all suspicion?
Yep, a detective's job is to suspect others.
I'm hearing things again. My memories haven't returned, and the voices keep getting louder. It's giving me a headache. It's like my own body doesn't belong to me.
Young man, are you all right? You don't seem well.
I'm sorry. I feel a little dizzy.
I believe you should rest.
Maybe a nap will help get your memories back.
The passenger rooms from Car 3 and beyond are all full, so you should use Car 1 at the front. I believe there's an infirmary in there. It should be easy to monitor from where we're at in the second car.
Monitor? You've got some nerve.
Will you be alright on your own? Or do you need some company? Sheesh, get a grip, will ya?
Sorry.
Huh? Did you say something?
No, it's nothing. I'm alright. I can get there by myself.
But we are only gonna do that on the next episode. This is gonna be the end for now. Bye.